Welcome. This is Grammy Queen. And if you're joining us for the first time, this is the channel where we get excited about love. This is where we ignite that which comes from within us, that which makes us smile. Hence, we say the crimson light is life. Now, I must admit that I am struggling to smile right now because something has come to my attention, something very profound. And so, from the last presentation, I have talked about the number three, and we talked about the bees, of course, and I've just been talking about how I've talked about the T looking like a hammer. I've talked about a tube in here, how the W is in here, and how we also did end with six because it looks like the tube that the B, of course, because I have been working intuitively and I've had this card of, so, occasionally. It seemed more occasionally now that I would use this because I have so much information trying to write down or put in some coherent order. And basically, the past two presentations I was doing on this bell, and I saw the flexibility of water, and I spoke about the fluidity of the water, the three and the W. And of course, it's the M. We've been going on about McDonald's, and what I saw, what has come to my attention, is really just very. It makes me feel a little unhappy right now because I was watching this presentation and I saw what that tube, which I have been talking about, is where that agreement really takes place. That agreement takes place, and what the picture was very, very clear when I spoke about, oh, the hand lock, and of course, and I said the policeman. I'm still not sure that I have the right terminology for it yet. Um, it's a wrist lock. Okay, I call it a wrist lock, but it's really that the hole, it has a lock here. Um, it has a loose, well, that's where that link would come that you could bend this part and take it up to here. So it would form a hole. So basically, oh my, basically this is the Q. This is the Q. Now, this is the 3. And I am trying to make sense of how this would look like when it's whole. Of course, this is where a link is, and we bend this, we take it up, move it up, and it forms a hole. But this is where that Q is. That's the mirror hair. That's the Q hair. So this is another sort of bonding that happens in headquarters, where you agree to pay your, well, in headquarters you're able to make sense. Take this off the screen. Okay, if we're still going to go with it, yeah. So this here is that Q. I'm almost believing that there's a whatever is. This is the third thing I'm taking off the screen. So this is very symbolical somehow. Okay, whatever it is, I'm going with this flow here. And what has been transpiring, this is what has been used to lock individuals, groups, nations. Now I know I saw it before, because if we have been talking about that being the Christ, the significance of Christ's crucifixion, the symbol that had taken place of ingestion, of eating and drinking, whatever it is, whatever we are experiencing, it's a form of ingestion or ingestation, I should say. And so I was wondering why um, I was feeling almost emotional when I was saying I've got to end this presentation, because this is this tube here, the B line, the B tube that has been hidden because we are not able to see readily from the depth of that B what goes on in there. But that's what have been used to tie hands together, to lock someone's wrists at their back. There's another B. And the mere fact that I had been feeling this is really, I'm saying this really is a lot to take in. It was obvious that I needed to take five here to come to that new perspective, and of course open my third eye. My eye have been open. I am looking with fresh eyes. I am believing that when we open our eye, I can't stress this enough, we see so much. Now that the bell, which we have two threes here, two threes, and that now is reminding me of course, if we were to take one three, there's one three, there's another three here. This is also eight, you could say, but it's whole. It is whole. You just push this back and it becomes a perfect circle. This is a circle. Wow. I am also seeing where the Q, and it's no wonder it's called a Q. When we use the word Q, we write C-U-E, but it's really a Q. Really, the number three as a Q. You release it, open, and it becomes a 3. When that is open, it becomes a 3. You are free or you are locked. I am going to have to take time to balance myself with this, and this is the most difficult. It's no wonder this has just come apart. Why has this just come apart right now? Perhaps so I can do this demonstration. My necklace has just come apart. And what is the message? So if this were whole, If this were free, basically, this is 3. So this would be free. Oh, I'm believing there's a reason for this. Okay, so we have free. We have Q popping out. Whatever it is, it feels very heavy now. Perhaps it's just a metaphor of releasing that emotion that I am now feeling here about this tube in my tube is my tube. Okay, so I hope you have found this beneficial. I am not going to say fun here, although fun also equals 5 if I recall. Let's see. So let's see, found the word fun. Let's put it in here. That's 6, 3, 5. So yes. So 6 and 3, 9, and 5 is 15. 9 and 5 is 14. 9, 12, 13, 14. So 14 is 5. Okay, so again, it's no wonder, as I say, because I am one of 14 children, and I have the number 5 appearing 3 times in my date of birth, and I believe that I have been divinely blessed in some way to be able to be in that position that I can see how um, how a lot of injustice have come about. I am just going to leave this here. And this time I'm going to say, if you appreciate the content of this presentation, share. I believe that it is a information that we should share, and to see how we can unlock not just have that be, how we can just have that free flowing to becoming whole again. Let's see how we can have free coming whole again. Whole. This was something I had to see. And the clock now says 13:30. Now 13:31. So I leave you with this. And as I say, share and click the like button. Yeah. And because it's not going to ask to love or appreciate or whatever it is, but click the like button. And of course, because this is how we grow. This is how I want to be able to have this connection on a high, in the sense of knowing the construct. Now we know the construct of bonding. Now we know the construct of, I do not necessarily feel that it is, I do not feel it necessary that we should be playing on one another's emotion to do right, to do what we know is correct as reflective partners of each other. So now I am just reminding us to open our third eyes. We still haven't explored fingers, which we will do at some stage, because I want to do all the parts of the body, that which is external, and hopefully also what is internal. So there we are. This is my mission. This is where I'm at. We are opening our third eye, and then with that we are able to smile with 22, because we are then hitting that solid and button, stable. So I leave you with this, because then we are stable. And now we know what the sign of the cross is all about. Yeah, north, south, east, and west. Yes, thank you. Namaste. In the meantime, stay blessed, stay bright, and stay ignited. And spill over with love.